Counter-Strike has some of the greatest variety for players when it comes to training your aim. It is important as a player to understand which routine will be best suited for you, and it all depends on a variety of factors that will impact the growth you see from your training. I have progressed from being a complete noob in Counter-Strike to competing internationally. I want to give you the formula to succeed inside of this game. First, let's dive into something that requires no skill to understand. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, SkinsMonkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. Let's talk about all the different ways players choose to aim train so that we can understand our options. The most popular way players warm up is through deathmatch, commonly referred to as DM. DM is a great way to warm up your raw aim because everyone is actively fighting around the map. Oftentimes players will just put music on and focus on feeling sharp and crispy for their range of motion. This is a very fast-paced method and gets you in the action every second. Another extremely popular method in CS is to use AimBotz. This is by far the greatest workshop map to ever exist and provides so many different options to get yourself feeling good and locked in. I like this mode personally because it allows me to get flicks hitting consistently with non-moving targets. If you ever feel awful at the game, use AimBotz because it'll be your friend because the bots will never shoot back at you no matter how bad you are. Players will also choose to warm up with retakes. This is super solid and it's a great way to get ready for live matches because it throws you in game-like scenarios and forces you to find a way to win simulated live rounds. I love these because it gets my brain active and makes me start thinking. They are not super effective though because usually people will take extremely aggressive moves that they would never make in actual matches. My favorite method of warming up though is using Prefire servers. There is a variety of different tools that you can use out there to practice your pre-aiming and fighting common angles. These will make sure that your crosshair placement is solid during the game so that you can have a faster kill time when engaging in fights. There are of course many more options on how you can warm up that I just cannot cover today. That is the great thing about Counter-Strike. You have unlimited options when it comes to this. Now, how do we know what warm-up routine is best for us? The answer is understanding what type of player you are. The most important factor to this will be the role that you play. If you are an entry and run in trying to make space, you are going to benefit so much from DM because your aim is very important as well as your flicking. Using Prefire modes is also going to be your best friend because you will be the first point of contact when running into sites and need to shoot enemies as quickly as possible. If you are an IGL or a player that tends to outsmart your opponents through positioning, deathmatch will not be as effective for you. You would probably be much better off focusing on playing retakes or playing a pug before your match. You need to make sure that your mind is awake and functioning as fast as possible. I would suggest if you are a more strategic player, you jump into a practice server and throw nades around as well. For my oppers out there, I think that using AimBotz is great, like I said, to get your flicks down and fine-tuned. I think that you would benefit from DM2 in order to make sure that you're getting comfortable no-scoping and quick-scoping, as well as hitting extremely hard shots on moving targets. I would suggest training your movement as well to make sure that you can flow around the map nicely. Oppers need to have good movement in order to find impact and feel good in the game. Your warm-up routine should also be impacted by your goals. Are you trying to get better at flicking? Are you trying to be a more clutch player? A good Counter-Strike player is always going to be shifting their focuses when it comes to warming up to fine-tune to each of their specific needs. Let me provide you with a starter aim routine that you can implement into your day-to-day practice. I would go into AimBotz and do 100 AK kills. Make sure you're changing it up with spraying, tapping, spray transferring, but overall get 100 AK kills. Then after you do that, shift to 50 M4 kills. This can be with the A1S or M4, whatever one you use. 50 kills, same thing, just change it up a little bit. 50 deagle kills, just work on using or crouching with your deagle or getting the timing down standing. Make sure you're strafing back and forth to get that movement in there too. And then 50 op kills. This is going to be great even if you're not an opper to get your flicks down and make sure that you are feeling good with how the game feels. After that, I would do 20 minutes in a deathmatch server. Make sure that it's rotating through different weapons, or what is great is using pistol DM, because you know it's a totally different and everyone has pistols, and it'll simulate a lot more different movement that you're going to need, because pistol rounds are the most important rounds of the game because they can win you multiple rounds after that. And then finally, I would do 30 minutes in a retake server, focusing on making game-like decisions. Don't be the aggressive player that doesn't play it like they should. Be the player that is actually trying to win the round and playing how you would in an actual match. It'll help you understand where people play in clutches and what utility is going to be the most beneficial for you to use. But yeah, that's how you get better aim inside of Counter-Strike and become a much more consistent player. A lot of you guys just don't have the proper aim routines, and I hope that this helped out a lot. Make sure that you're extremely consistent with your aim routine, or else you're not going to see the positive impacts and changes that are going to come along with it. But overall, you'll become a much better player when you have this discipline, this routine, and it's just going to be great for you. Make sure you guys check out these videos on my page right now. It'd help me out so much, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching this video. And also, I want to say, if you want to become a member of this channel, you can support me like that, and you can get your name on every single one of my videos, which is amazing. So peace out.